Okay. Okay. Ooh. So I just got finished watching the Sony press conference. So they started with the God of War announcement. Looked pretty nice. Looked really nice. Then they had Days Gone. Looks a pretty nice trailer. Then they had Last Guardian with a final release date. I mean, to be honest with you, to me personally, it's like when you finally get a release date out there after what has it been in production for what I'm gonna say 4 years now, 5 years now. I mean, that's an automatic fail. Nah, I'm good. I mean, I'll still play it, but to me, that's not a win. That is not a win. Moving on, Horizon's Zero Dawn looks great as always. Looks fantastic. I can't wait to pick that game up. Oh, Quantum Dreams Detroit Become Human was fantastic. I knew it was going to be. I mean, it's from Quantum Dream, so at this point, anything that Quantum Dream does, in my opinion, is just a full-on 5-star. Then they started showing off VR stuff. Okay, so I am very interested in VR, so I was looking forward to it. The new Resident Evil game surprised the hell out of me. I was sitting there. I was like, wow, whoa, whoa, and then finally it showed it off. I'm like, okay. So Resident Evil definitely got some love for that one. It's funny because as the trailer came, like you heard someone say, "Oh no, not the kitchen. I hate the kitchen. It was boring." And I was like, okay, But then I think that same person like screamed in terror later on, so that was awesome. PlayStation VR is basically going to have a release date of October 13th, 2016 for $399.99. Fair enough, with over 50 games coming out for it. And it's in its launch window, which is a mix between like October and I think February is the launch window. I'm sorry, October and January. Then they announced games like Farpoint, which was like a outer space kind of game where you're on a distant planet. That was actually pretty cool. Star Wars Battlefront for the X-Wing missions for VR. That was awesome. I'm gonna pick that one up. Batman VR. Fair enough. They said it's coming out October 2016, but they didn't really show anything. But it brings a whole new meaning to that old tagline, "Be the Batman." Remember that one? Yeah, this one's really. They should have saved that for this. Final Fantasy 15 is going to have VR for PlayStation. Awesome, awesome. Surprise, really. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare for VR. Oh, that really surprised me. And then you're also getting Modern Warfare Remastered for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, and I think PC. We also announced that Crash 1, 2, and Warped are being remastered for PC, and Skylanders Imagination, or whatever it's called, it's going to get Crash first, but it wasn't very clear if it was going to allow you to draw your own Skylanders, so I wasn't 100% sure about that. Moving on. Lego Star Wars, which was surprisingly long, but I mean, still Lego Star Wars, okay. Then Kojima came out and showed a trailer for his game. Now, it really wasn't any gameplay or anything. It just it was sad. Looked pretty, but it was sad as hell. I was like, oh my god, that kind of hurt me as a father. When he was holding his baby and all of a sudden it just disappeared. Wow, I was like, yeah. Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man game's coming out. I didn't like the costume, but the gameplay was awesome. Let's just hope they have multiple costumes to change from. But other than that, the gameplay looked pretty tight. But then again, all the gameplay looks tight for Spider-Man until you actually play it. At this point, I think the only good Spider-Man that came out in a good while, aside from the original PlayStation one, was like Spider-Man 2. I don't know. And then they showed Days Gone. Again. Am I missing something? Like, where was the rest of the actual, where was the rest of the, trailer? Like, by the time I finished watching it, I kind of looked at my notes, and my notes all fit on one page. Microsoft notes, it took 3 pages. 3 pages to do. Look, I'm done with the video, and it's 5 minutes. It was twice as long as the other one, and most of this one was rambling. I don't know, what you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Very interested to know, because this is like, wow. It kind of surprised me. Just saying. You guys have a good night. Zap out. Oh, I gotta rate it, don't I? Unless I'm missing something, I gotta give it like a 7, a 6. Like it was half the size of the Xbox and literally 1/3 of the content. I mean, well, technically not 1/3. No, about somewhere around 1/3 of content. Because, I mean, I had a huge list of stuff for Xbox, and this one was fairly quick. So, I don't know what to say. What do you guys think?